54-year-old Andrez Martina has been arrested and charged with bludgeoning his 12-year-old grandson Andrez Smith to death after discovering money missing from his wallet. The incident occurred at around 3 a.m. on the 29th of August, located at 4630 North 46th Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Martina woke up to go to the bathroom, only to find his wallet open and money missing. His two grandsons, aged 12 and 8, were sleeping over at his house when he accused them of stealing from him. They denied taking the money, and Smith turned his pockets inside out to show they were empty. Martina previously learnt that Smith had a problem stealing, and he recalled telling his grandchildren, "If you lie, if you mess up in school, if you steal, I'm going to kill you." Martina started smacking the boys, demanding the money. When Smith went to the bedroom to find the money, but returned empty-handed, Martina said, "Okay, you want to play?" and grabbed two belts and looped them together. He attempted to hit Smith with the belts, but Smith grabbed them. Upset, Martina beat Smith with just about anything he could find, including a sledgehammer, mallet, belt, wooden cane, and coat rack. Martina's elderly mother Cassandra, who's disabled and unable to move freely about to intervene, woke up from all the yelling. She was in the living room on the couch when she saw Martina repeatedly strike Smith with a sledgehammer all over his body and head. Martina then put the sledgehammer down and continued hitting him with a mallet, coat rack, and his mother's wooden cane. At one point during the beating, Smith told his grandfather that the money was outside. The boy then ran out of the house, but Martina chased him down and dragged him back in. Smith went to the kitchen, but Martina followed him, incessantly hitting him and stomping on his stomach. Although Cassandra could not see past the living room, she could hear Martina continuing to beat the boy. Smith managed to escape momentarily and locked himself inside the bathroom, but Martina picked the lock and got inside. Enraged, he choked the boy with a belt and threw him hard headfirst into the wall, putting a huge hole in it and leaving the boy bleeding profusely. After beating the child, Martina took him into the bathtub and attempted to wash the blood away, but he kept bleeding and started going in and out of consciousness. He then dragged the boy's body from the bathroom into the kitchen, leaving behind a trail of blood and what appeared to be brain matter on the kitchen floor and walls. Smith was unresponsive, and his head was ripped open with his skull exposed and had a large gash under his right eye. Smith was taken to a local hospital at around 9 a.m, where doctors pronounced him dead around an hour later. The cause of death was confirmed to be multiple severe blunt force trauma injuries to his head. The medical examiner's report showed he suffered multiple severe fractures to the skull, severe injury to his brain, trauma to his back, and hemorrhaging around his kidneys. Investigators arrested and interviewed Martina. He explained that he returned from Milwaukee from Indiana earlier this year because he wanted to reconnect with his grandchildren. During the interrogation, Martina said he couldn't recall using the sledgehammer to strike Smith with, but he was told by his mother that he did. He admitted to losing control, saying he'll have to live with this crap for the rest of his life. During the interview, Martina also admitted to killing a boy in 1989 and said he wanted to talk about it since he had nothing to hide. A search of his residence turned up drugs and firearms. Martina is facing a slew of charges, including intentional homicide, physical abuse with repeated acts causing death. He is also accused of striking the 8-year-old and breaking his finger. The younger boy also had bruising over his body and a laceration to his head, but were non-life-threatening. On the 2nd of September, his bond was set at $750,000. If convicted of the offences, he faces life in prison.